guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you joining me for the very first time, my name is Eltavis and this is Makeup Hues and Views. In this particular video, I'm going to be showing you guys first a swatching of the Ace Beaute Scarlet Dusk eyeshadow palette, and then I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow look with it. Got on a shirt that I think would be a good match for it, so if you're interested, stick around. Get started using the eyeshadow palette, let me go ahead and give you a swatching of the colors, starting with the upper hand here: Rose, Crimson, Shade, and Nocturnal. In the second row, there is Aruba, Hibiscus, Lotus, followed by Bahamas. And then the bottom row, Maui, Pink Moon, Aurora, and Sangria. I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised with the Maui. It's not showing as well as it did probably on the camera as it does in person. It's got, here, let me see if I can kind of move it there. I just really like the way the shimmers and I just like it. I was pleasantly surprised by it, as well as Hibiscus, which is, so this was Maui, and then this one right here is Hibiscus. But I think for the most part, to match what I'm wearing, I'm gonna be staying on this side. Definitely Nocturnal is a very good match for what I'm wearing in terms of my shirt, so I'll be sticking with that. But that is the swatching portion of the Ace Beaute Scarlet Dusk. Let me go ahead and switch out with you guys real quick so you can see the palette itself once again, okay? So you get an idea of what that looks like. There you go. Okay, before we get started, I want to make sure that I let you know that I already put on my color corrector, foundation, and I did use the Pretty Vulgar under eye concealer to highlight different parts of my face, and I'm going to be using it. I put it on this eye already. I'm going to be applying it on this eye as well with my mirror to use it as the primer for my eyeshadow. And surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly if you already know this, it blends out pretty well. It is not this stark contrast of a color that I know people were concerned with when I received it in my box. So it's actually doing exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm going to use as much of the BOXYCHARM items that I received in January or from BOXYCHARM in this video. Now, as I already highlighted, I'm still wearing the swatches, and I think I'm still going to keep it on as a frame of reference to give me an idea of what I want to do. But I'm going to start with the first shade that I'm using is literally called, oh no, it's not that one. I'm going to use Lotus. It's right there in the middle. And I'm going to use that as kind of a base. I'm going to put that all over my eyes, my eyelid. I'm patting it in. There, I've got just a good even tone that'll help bring out some of the rose undertones that I'm going to be using in a moment. Again, I'm trying to go ahead and just match up my shirt because that's how I am. I totally wear the eyeshadow and my makeup to match my clothing. So next, I'm going in with the shade that is literally called Shade. Right there. And I'm going to be putting that in my crease. Now, I am 44 and I do have a little extra fold of skin here. Some people, I think you can refer to it as hooded eye or droopy eye or whatnot, but I don't do the windshield wiper motion where I go all the way down in my eye. If I were to do that, it would make my eyes droop. So what I do is kind of imagine the outer layer, the outer circle of a pie, and I kind of think of it like I'm doing a slice of pie, if that helps, where I don't go all the way down, I'm just doing a slice of it. And that's how I get my crease. I don't go all the way down here because, again, I'd be bringing attention to gravity. And as you start to get older, you do not want gravity's attention. You're trying to have things actually going up. So I'm going to go there with the crease color Shade, and I'm going to go a little bit corner of my eye, I'm gonna go up. Also, if you are someone, regardless of age, if you have hooded eyes or that extra fold of skin in there, you want to, as much as possible, try to put your makeup on looking straight ahead in the mirror so that you have an idea of how your makeup's really gonna look. Because that fold in there, it's gonna be moving when you open and close your eyes. So as much as possible, you wanna keep your eye open for most of it. I mean, yes, when you're blending, you definitely wanna close it for a moment, but as much as possible, you wanna make sure that you keep your eye open when you're putting on your eyeshadow. If you're someone with an extra fold of skin, or what some people call hooded eye, or deep set eye, whatnot. Okay, I think I've got that in blended in pretty good. So, I mean, I'm still doing kind of a half circle, but not as much of an extreme as you want to get out of that habit of that downward. You don't want to be going down. You want to go a little bit, but not too much. And then I even make the point of taking with the corner, the brush where it's at the corner of my eye, of moving upward. So I'm not doing that downward motion. Just a good idea. You may not notice that much when you're looking, but it's a good habit for when you're actually applying it. And it also helps to make sure that you don't go too far out or too far low also. Then I'm going to take another brush that's not as wide, it's a little bit more condensed. This is the e.l.f. I think this is the C brush, eyeshadow C brush, and I'm going to use it to apply. I'm going in, I'm gonna do it. I said I wanted to match up, but do I want to build up first? No, I'm just going to go in. Yeah, I'm gonna build up a little first, just for the fun. I'm gonna go in and add Bahamas first into that the outer corner of my eye. Just a little, patting it in there. I'm not blending yet, I'm just patting it in. And as much as possible, I'm trying to go up as opposed to down with my eye. And I'm taking it about halfway to, I'd say, right where the end of my pupil is right here. And that's just gonna help accent this next color that I'm gonna be highlighting in. So I have shade, should be going all the way in to my inner eye. And then I took Bahamas, and I have that about to halfway. I think I went a little bit too far. Oops. I'm gonna wipe this down here. You guys can't see me doing that, but I have actually the foam from the BOXYCHARM box. I use that to wipe off the eyeshadow. And I'm gonna go in very carefully with this brush because I do not want to use too much color here because it is still the daytime. I'm going to be using the color Nocturnal. And I'm just gonna be putting that in the outer corner of my eye. And it's gonna be kind of almost like the shape of a 7, if that helps. I'm trying to think of ways to help you visualize to not very much as possible, as much as possible, to not do that drooping part. You're still gonna have, and even this is a little bit out farther than I want it to be, you're still going to have that prominent, you know, that roundness. You want that, you don't want a straight line, but at the same time, you don't want, as much as possible, you want your strokes to be going upwards as much as possible instead of downwards. And that's probably just a good practice for anyone, hooded eyes or not. I mean, it's more noticeable in someone if you've got that extra fold of skin, or if you have what's called hooded eye, droopy eye, that you have that extra area of skin right there. Now, I really do like that color Maui. I mean, I really, really, really do. But I'm also gonna go in, and just because it seems to go well with these colors on this side, I'm going to go in and use that Aurora on my eyelid. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Just looking over it, I have a mirror over here. I'm gonna make sure. And I'm gonna go and I'm kind of gonna do a hooded eye. Not a hooded eye, a halo eye. And I'm going to go the outer third, to do that. And then the inner eye, just a little bit on the inner eye. And so that my eye is not too top heavy where all of the color is just in one area and I want my eye to be balanced, I'm going to use a smaller brush, very old brush, but it's reliable, a smaller brush like this, and I'm going to go back in with Sangria. Sangria is this color right here. And I'm going to put that to line my lower lid. Using a very fine, densely packed brush for this because I do want it to give as if I'm almost as if I'm lining my eye, under eye, but a little bit wider than that.
Perfect.
You see how it just balances the eye? It doesn't make it look like, it just balances the eye. That's the best way I can use to describe it. So. And lastly, I am going to go in with Maui right in my inner lid, center of my lid, right there in the middle. Oh wow, look at that pop. I definitely want to make sure I go in and blend these colors out, but I really like the way how that pops. That is a really pretty standout color on its own. You could, if you were someone who wanted to do a crease eye, definitely this color would be very, very strong for that. But I don't really work out too well with the crease eye look just because of the hooded eye. And I know you can draw your own crease in and blah, 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 but that's not what we're doing today. We're just doing this to get familiar with the colors and just something to match my t-shirt that I'm wearing, that's all. Now I'm going to go back in with that same wide brush that I used for Lotus and Shade, and I'm going to blend my colors upward. I'm just going to blend them in a little, just so that they make sense. You don't want any harsh lines here. And soften it up a little. There we go. And see how I was able to use the Pretty Vulgar Under Eye Concealer as the primer, and then I laid down a base shadow instead of putting on translucent powder, using that other powder just to help it set without, I don't know, I like the stickiness, if you want to call it that. You don't want to be too sticky, but you know, that kind of the stickiness, kind of like, I mean, it's supposed to be a primer, so you want that stickiness there. So I don't want to totally cancel it out by using, in my opinion, I know many people use setting powder instead, but I prefer to not do that, and then I just use the Lotus eyeshadow as the base to kind of bring the colors in to set the tone for the rest of what I was doing, and there's that. Now I'm going to go in, and this is going to look a little bit more dramatic, only because one of my favorite things to do, because I have hooded eyes, is I don't particularly enjoy using an eyeshadow, not an eyeshadow primer. I don't particularly enjoy using an eyeliner. One of the next things I'm going to do here is use the Natasha Denona Blackest Black eyeshadow matte. This is something that I received in the January premium BOXYCHARM box, and someone with hooded eyes like myself, it's kind of hard at times when you're trying to get that smoked out cat eye look to use an eyeliner, because to me it just seems like my eye is moving around, and you know, you got that extra fold of skin, and you're trying to, you don't want a harsh line, but you don't want it to be all wobbly, and it just looks wonky to me. So I'm going to take a moment to use the Natasha Denona Blackest Black to line my eye and to wet my brush for applying this eyeshadow slash eyeliner. Instead of using tap water out of the sink or a bottle of water, I'm going to be using this Power Up Dual Phase Setting Mist in Beauty Project. because it doesn't have as its main ingredient alcohol, I know it's not gonna burn my eye area using it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that to let that a moment to dry. Then I'm gonna go in and use the brush, just the tip of it. And those of you with hooded eyes, let me know how in the comments below how you line your eye. What do you use? Because it can be a challenge, to say the least. Now, I actually do plan on going to the grocery store today after doing this. I've got some errands around, so, oh, that looks great. At least for the under eye part. That looks really, this is exactly what I was hoping it would be. But since I'm going out, I'm not gonna get too smoked out with the eye. I just want to line it much better, much better. I was so thrilled just to get this. This makes me so happy. I don't know. Let me know how you guys do yours. Do you use a pencil? Do you use a gel? How do you guys line your eyes? Because anything, I could use the help, to be honest with you. So, and finally, I'm looking for, I know I pulled it out. There it is. This was also featured in a BOXYCHARM. I don't think this is the same tube, but this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and use that for my eyes, for my eyelashes. Brush them out real good first. This is the best eyelash curler. I got this from Sephora. I think it's actually supposed to be used for putting on false lashes. I think it was like $5 on sale. I love it. It's very ergonomic friendly. It's just, it's perfect for what I use it for. Could put on false eyelashes, but again, I am going to be going out to the grocery store shortly. Some people are like, so what's the big deal? Well, I just want it to be as still as day look as possible. So there's that. Break for a moment because I'm going to go get some blush and some lip color, see what I have gotten from my BOXYCHARM collection, so we can stay with the same thing as much as possible. Next, I'm going to line my lips with the Steve Laurent lip pencil that we received a couple months ago in BOXYCHARM in the color Vogue. And since I only did one eye instead of both of them, I think for fun, I'm going to go ahead and just do half my face right now. Okay, BOXYCHARM screwed up on one of my orders, but they made it up by sending out this Tarteist Pro Glow and Blush palette, and I do love it. So they did make it right by doing that, and I'm going to go in and use one of my Luxie brushes, and I don't know what color this is. I'm just going to use this one. Is it labeled down? Oh, who cares? I'm going to use this one right here and combine it with this color right here. Okay? And see how this works here. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and finish my whole face, finish off the rest of my look, but that's the eye color I have. I'm going to wash this off and finish off the other hand. Okay guys, this is my finished look. Overall, I am quite pleased with my Ace Beaute Scarlet Dusk eyeshadow palette. I love Ace Beaute eyeshadow palettes. This is my second one. I had the Grandiose palette and I wore that down. Some of them I wore down to the absolute pan. So this is going to be heavy in my rotation, hopefully. I'm just really excited about it. So, as well as, of course, this Natasha Denona Blackest Black matte eyeshadow. I'm be using this practically every day. I'm sure to be lighting my eyes. For my lips, I use the Stila Slay All Day liquid lipstick that I received. I think it was just last month. I received it in BOXYCHARM, but I did receive this from BOXYCHARM. I don't remember what month. And the Navani Cosmetics Strawberry Lemonade Lip Gloss to finish that off, along with the, where did it go? Steve Laurent Lip Pencil in the color Vogue. So go ahead, give me your opinions down below. I ask you to be kind, go easy on me guys. I'm still learning how to do this, but what colors did you guys get in your BOXYCHARM? Did you get the Ace Beaute? Did you know, what do you think of this look, these colors? I know some of you are saying you're stepping out of your comfort zone by trying pinks. This is more of the darker side of the eyeshadow palette, but just to kind of match what I was wearing today. And I admit, even for me, this is a little out of my comfort level. It does look a little bit bold for the colors, but that's it. Makeup Hues and Views releases a video every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometime on the weekend. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Have a great day, you guys, a great week, great month, great year, great life. Until I see you next time, take care.